The Illuminati became mysterious, almost indefinable as, I'm told, it began to infiltrate other organizations throughout the world.
These people, they spin out secret societies and organizations the way a spider does a web to entrap us here.
That's all the Illuminati really is, a secret society, a body to expand control.
The key ingredient to the Illuminati philosophy is secrecy and deceit, because if they made their plans public and acknowledged publicly what they're trying to do, then there would be incredible resistance. That's why when the modern secret societies have their meetings, they don't allow cameras, they don't allow news coverage, and nobody really knows what they're talking about.
Jim Mars has classified the power structure of the planet based on his belief that the Illuminati has infiltrated almost all the world's political and social institutions.
I've put together what I call the pyramid of power. And of course, at the very bottom and the broadest block is the poor, long-suffering public. And they're controlled through the mass media and the low-level political structure, which in turn is controlled by... These are in turn controlled by... These in turn are controlled by the... which in turn controlled by the Committee of 300 or the Illuminati. And at the very top of my pyramid, I have a big question mark because it's who controls them.
Just one question mark? I've still got loads of them. Maybe I'll find some answers in an American university secret society. Maybe on an industrial estate in southeast England. I hope so, because from what I've learned so far, I'm a little worried about the Illuminati.
They don't want your soul to be free and happy and creative. They want you dumbed down and hateful and evil and unhappy like they are.
I'm in Texas on a journey of discovery, looking for the Illuminati, the secret society bent on world domination. I've been told that for well over 200 years it's been furtively infiltrating some of the most powerful organizations on the planet. Even other secret organizations, like Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones was founded in 1832 by the Illuminati, and it was founded to help put somebody in the presidency to help take over the United States.
Skull and Bones, founded at Yale, one of America's finest universities, is one of the most notorious secret societies in America. Its members are the richest of the rich.
They select 15 rising juniors. But think of that, 15 young men, chosen not because of their talents, although they may have some, but because of wealth, because of dynasty.
Alexandra Robbins, a Yale graduate, has investigated Skull and Bones and interrogated over 100 of its members. Two of the most prominent Skull and Bones graduates are George W. Bush and John F. Kerry. Both have undergone its unusual initiation ceremony at its headquarters, the Tomb.
The most prevalent myth of Skull and Bones is that initiates must lie naked in a coffin and masturbate while recounting their entire sexual history. That's not true. What is true is that after summer vacation, when the 15 new members come back as seniors, fully clothed and standing upright in front of a painting of a woman, each new member must recount his or her entire sexual history. And it spawned legions of leaders in all sorts of fields, including 3 presidents of the United States, scores of senators, cabinet members, congressmen.
They have names like Magog and Gog and Beelzebub. They actually have devilish names.
So it's a secret society, and it's a satanic secret society. They even admit that they eat off Hitler's silverware. and have Nazi flags and things in the tomb, and war is on the wall in huge letters. And they collect body parts and do strange rituals in the coffins.
They do what? They collect body parts?
That's right. They've done some grave robbing, haven't they? It's all admitted.
Why do they do that? I mean, what's the thing with the body parts?
It's like totems of power. They believe it gives them power. And it's kind of the whole death motif. It's kind of necrophilic. They're sick.
But Skull and Bones may be even more sinister than a mere society of body part collectors. I may be getting closer to the Illuminati.
There has been investigations of Skull and Bones, and what they find out is that that was brought to this country from Germany, and that it is actually known as Chapter 322. And it appears to be an Illuminati cell.
Well, so far so good. But I can't feel I can understand the Illuminati properly without meeting a member. And I've been made an offer I can't refuse. The English county town of Hertford was way down my list of likely centres of Illuminati activity. But I've made contact through a website with a man called Tim, who says he knows a member.
I'm taking you to meet Mr. A. So, you're about to meet an Illuminatus. And it's probably worth pointing out that this is the first time an Illuminatus has spoken on record for 3 centuries.
The Rendezvous is a remote industrial estate where, on a Saturday afternoon, Mr. A knows there will be no industry.
I suspect that the reason why Mr. A has chosen this location above any other is its seclusion. It really is in the middle of nowhere.
Tim abandoned us and left to pick up Mr. A. Originally, there'd been a Mr. B as well, but he'd pulled out a week earlier. Would Mr. A do the same? The Illuminati seemed to be slipping from my grasp. But I soon learned that even the experts have exactly the same problem.
The Illuminati transcends political lines and religious lines, and therefore it's really hard to point the finger at any particular person or any particular group and say, this is the Illuminati at work.
Well, that certainly seems to be true. But then I remember something that Galen Ross had shown me back in Austin.
Thanks. So what are you working on?
It was a bit of a breakthrough.
Well, the current book that I'm working on...
Galen told me that he'd come into possession of a document that proved the Illuminati's existence beyond doubt.
This is like a full-on command centre.
Yes. Now, I do have evidence that there is an official Illuminati organization.
So this is actual evidence of the Illuminati?
That's correct. And this I got from a friend who has the actual document, and he ran me a copy of it. This is a membership certificate of this person named Higgins that was made a lifetime member.
Illuminati, a recognition of the divine brotherhood, objects, the discovery, accumulation, and diffusion of knowledge. It's really worth having.
Yeah, if you're a member of that, it opens the doors to you to as much as your imagination will allow.
At last, I've seen some evidence of the Illuminati's existence, even if it is just a slightly poor photocopy. And now I'm told of another place where the Illuminati meet up. It sounds like a sort of Illuminati holiday camp. Bohemian Grove. What is Bohemian Grove? Well, it's an annual gathering of some of the most powerful men in the world, in the middle of a forest in California. It's media tycoons, captains of industry, presidents of the United States, that sort of person. And just like Skull and Bones, the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy and mystery.